Hello everyone. Today we present to you the 10th episode of Career Chronicles by BDACC. I Atifsha Sayyed. I'm here today with Vaibhav so that we may gain a few insights on how to achieve career success. So first of all, Vaibhav, congratulations on achieving an intern at Sigmoid Analytics. It is clearly a big achievement and not everyone is capable of it. So starting off with my questions, during your early phase of internship, learning phase, what resources or material did you rely upon the most?
Okay, so thank you for inviting me here. Answering to your question, it's more kind of that you have to focus on the basics of it. If, just focus on the resources part, just go with the Python basics, then statistics, whatever you know, then maybe some probability you can have, then the classic ML algorithms and basics of it, those are very important kind of stuff. So just focus on this. There are two channels which I just recommend. First of all is the Krishnayak one, and the second one is the Campus X. Both are very great. Just follow them. They have playlists made of everything, so just stick with them and you'll just get to know all the basics and stuff.
The next question I would like to ask you, to someone who is a newcomer in this field of data science, what certification would you recommend them out of the 4 certifications you've done?
See, certifications from my perspective are not that much important unless you are going to the research field. But still, if you want to go for certification, I'll just say there's a Andrew NG courses are there for deep learning AI, so you can follow them. And some see, if you're just going for the in the industry, certification not that much important. So you can focus on learning stuff rather than getting it certified. Certification, though it gives you a proper structured way, those courses, but still you can rely on actually on YouTube and well as some articles you can rely on, and those will be more than enough.
So looking back upon your journey, what are a few key takeaways you had from your college life?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Key takeaways. Okay, so enjoy your college life. First of all, there are a lot of things to do in the college. Don't just be a bookworm here. Then I'll say just interact with your seniors, interact with college club members, as well as I'll just one thing say that it kind of will be hearing something different only, but interact with your professors. There will be in your final year as well in third year there will be chances that their help will be unavoidable to you. You have to go to them, you have to talk to them, you have to negotiate with them, make them understand some situations and all. So believe me, this is one of the best thing you can do in the college with respect to your department and academic, is that interact with your professor. They are as friendly as your peers only. So have a normal conversation with them, and you will just find their company also great enough. That they are PhD scholars also. Have a good friendship with them. They'll help you with bikes and a lot of stuff. Even my project guide is also helping me with a lot of things. So I'll just say just have interaction with them continuously.
Now coming to the more technical part of data science, whenever you approach a new data science problem, how do you go on solving it?
Okay, sure. Okay, first of all, understand the problem statement completely, like in depth of whatever the problem statement is asking. Just it might be a single statement, might be a few of the statements, but break it down each and every part of the problem statement first of all. What does it what is it asking? What does it want? You know, just follow the top to bottom approach. Break each and everything down. Even this happened to my interview also. I was given a case study on ML based case study actually, that I have to make a recommendation system for a library. And the mistake which I did there is that I just, when he asked question, I just follow, okay, this model can be used, this approach can be used, these features can be included and everything. But after the interview, when I asked him what's the feedback for me, he simply said just go through the problem once and all, break it down at each and every step, question it, why, whatever you are doing, whether you are selecting a particular feature, why you are doing that, if you're applying a particular model, why is it so? Just be clear about whatever you are applying and why you are applying, and the how part of how should I apply it, that could be figured out very easily. They have a lot of resources available, but focus on what and why.
Now, when you transition from like learning data science to actually working in the field, what difference did you see? Like, what skill gap did you have to bridge?
Okay, sure. So even recently, we have a connection with one of our senior data scientists. So he actually, the one thing which I mentioned is that focus on what and why. He mentioned that, as well as one of the important thing I got to know is that documentation. See, everything, whatever you will do in the corporate, in industry, even your project also, document each and everything, whatever you are doing. That's the mistake. That's the thing which we don't do in college. We just keep on writing codes and implementing different things, but we don't actually have a record of whatever we are doing. So keep a record of it. If you're using a particular function, if you're using a particular model, have a understanding of it, why you are using it, what result it brought, and how it can be optimized further. So documentation is one of the key steps. And second thing is that I'll just say, write a clean code. Don't make your code messy, one that you are in one cell you are applying this thing, other cell you are applying this thing. Have a complete optimization of your code, whatever you are doing. One thing which our seniors also told us is that it's not about making the most accurate solution, it's about making the most stable solution, so that even if the new features come in, new data is coming in, that particular model will sustain it. It doesn't breaks, it doesn't give abnormalities over there. So focus on these things.
Now, you mentioned before that you have interest in working in a field which has direct business applications. So, how do you see data science having direct effect on businesses?
Okay, so to answer this question, let me take you somewhat little back. First of all, when I came into college, everybody was doing coding, software development, everything. I tried it, I failed it. I didn't like that C++, I hate it. Then I tried core. I got to know that is also not my cup of tea. So just exploring different things, I finally got to know that data analysis is also one of the fields which I can make a career on it. So I tried it. When I just explored it, I got to know that it has a continuous application of the real world. Whatever problem statement we are solving, that will reflect to the customer segment. So it is one of the most important thing which drives me, intrigues me. Okay, whatever I am solving, it will definitely reflect somewhere. Like the stakeholders will see, like the whatever their decision will be on my reports, on my model, my prediction. That will definitely affect the customer. So it kind of bridges the gap. I'll say just focus on whatever you want to do. Like some people say, okay, I don't want to do something which has no, like backend is the thing. So people are comfortable with it, but in my case, I want to do something that has a direct application. So I just tried that only.
Now, you mentioned that in your first year you saw all the students who are running behind coding. I think that is true even for today. Most of the people who do not know what their interest lies in, they just assume that they have to do coding because it pays well. So, for students like these who are in a rush, what would you advise them? Like, how should they explore fields and find their interest?
Okay, so yeah, this happened to our batch also. I've seen people doing these kind of stuff. I'll just say, see, you have 4 years of college life. If you even don't get any output from 1 or 2 semester, it won't affect your career that much. So I'll just say, try out new different things. Maybe I was also passionate. Okay, I want to do coding. I'll just crack GSOC and everything. But eventually I realized that okay, that is definitely not my cup of tea, because I'm not enjoying that coding part. Those functions, those algorithms, those data structures, I'm not able to like it. I don't know how to make those problems, that GFG or whatever problems are there. I'm not able to solve it. So I'm not able to like it so much. So I'll just say, see, college life is quite big. Explore different fields. you have a lot of time. You can see there are even a lot of connecting fields also. Try it out. Go for extracurricular also. Maybe you will find your here Nikhil is shooting the video. He is quite a good YouTuber. So maybe it's his niche of work. Maybe he also doesn't like coding. So it's up to you guys. Take time, explore things, and then finalize whatever you're doing. As I also mentioned that I tried DSA, didn't work. Core didn't work. Then I explored something extracurricular, that also didn't work. Finally landed into analytics part, and then further accelerated to data science. So this is the journey, right? Explore and then choose whatever you want to do.
What are some underrated skills that differentiate a good data science engineer from a great one?
That's a really nice question, actually. Even in our orientation also and recent interaction with our CEO of Sigmoid Analytics, though both our VP as well as the CEO both have highlighted the same thing, is that 80% of your skills now are technical, and that everyone has. But the rest 20%, that rest of 20% matters a lot, and that is communication skills. Whether whatever you are applying, whether you are able to express those things or not, whether you are able to justify those things or not, whether you are able to present those things or not. So those communication skills, extracurricular skills, your behavioral pattern, how you interact with seniors, your peers, those all things matter and will take you to higher levels of designations, as well as even talent is definitely important. Like one of the people in Sigmoid only, he is kind of a GenAI geek. So he has built some of the accelerators which even the whole company is using. So talent is definitely 80% of it, but the rest of 20% is how you communicate with people, how you address things, whether you have leadership skills or not. So those 20, just focus on those 20% apart from just building your technically good.
Could you go in a bit more detail about your interview experience with Sigmoid Analytics?
Okay, sure. So first of all, as usual, there is online test based on Python and some aptitude. It was quite a difficult one actually, because those Python tests were actually some of the difficult topics in the DSA was selected. So it is important. Then comes the interview round. So for the data science, there were 2 rounds of interview. First was based on whatever ML knowledge we have. So in the interview, we'll say that first of all, as usual, introduction is there. Then ML based case study, as I mentioned earlier also, that was that, and some basic statistics and all those basic statistics, probabilities, all those basic concepts will be asked. Then finally, there was an HR round of around 10 to 15 minutes, which is as usual normal only. What do you see in this company? What do you want to do 5 years down the line, and those stuff. So interview process was quite smooth only. I'll just say for interview that have your basics clear. Like we had a certain gap of 2 to 3 days between shortlist and interview. So in the meantime, just clear your basics, whatever you have, whether it is related to ML or DS or whatever it is, clear your basics first and then go for the interview.
If you had to start your job hunt all over again today, what would you do differently?
Okay, is it like on campus only or off campus?
You can include both.
Both, okay.
Like if you have more, since you have more experience with on campus, I think you can share the on campus part.
On campus part. Okay. So starting with the data science only, if I go to this only, I'll say that first of all, I'll definitely focus on basics of every tech stack which has been used over here. Then one of the important thing is that go for some consulting also, basics of consulting, because when you approach a problem statement, general mindset is that I just want to solve it completely, rather than understanding the problem from top to bottom and each and every part of it, like what problem is actually asking, what I have to build solution for, what impact it will create, what kind of result can be obtained. So break down each and everything, and that helps with the consulting part. Then one of the key things is that with respect to data science is that read articles. Believe me, it's one of the game changer things. If you do this, read Medium articles, read towards data science articles. Those are very classy as well as filled with information. You will get almost every topic over those two sites. Just focus on them. Believe me, it will be like you will. If your level is here, you will definitely get a good jump over it by reading articles only. Just pick one article daily, read it. It hardly takes 5 to 10 minutes of it. Just read it. If you like it, just get to know more about it, research about it. There are various tech stacks which are keep on coming every day. So have a look around them. Just get to know, okay, whatever is trending, what you can do. Then definitely ML, you can start with the basics of it, basic ML models, and then jump on with some highly advanced. Maybe you can go for NLP you can try. I guess that would be one of the break over here, and then you can decide in which field you want to go. Maybe you can want to go for GenAI, computer vision, or specific AI part, whatever you want to go. So but at this point, just focus on basics of everything, then ML, and then we can go try out with NLP, natural language processing, and then you can take your decision accordingly.
What are some exciting and emerging trends you look forward to in this field of data science?
Okay, so based on the recent scenario, I'll say that GenAI is taking a quite leap in the industry. So focus on that, as well as AI agents are also emerging. So and those two require NLP as well as basics. I can say basics of ML, but still those two emerging fields you can try on. I'll definitely have a look. I'm focusing on first of all AI agents. I'm working on it. So have a look on this field. They are quite amazing.
Okay, thanks a lot, Vaibhav. We certainly got to learn a lot from you, me, and I'm sure the audience too. Thank you.
Thank you.